After a few days of waiting, and in some cases nearly a year for these products, we have an entire freight train.
Let me move that out your way. We are back. We're back again. Thank you for joining me. And this time it is an unboxing almost on an entire freight train on its own. I have got some more coded wagons to go with this as well too. As it stands, I have 17 altogether. I have 12 in here. I have 5 of another coded wagon, but I would like to take up to around about 20, maybe 24 wagons. So that'll be one freight train. And I also have the loco, the branded loco to go with these, but I'm not going to show you as of today because obviously that's going to be further down the line when I'm ready. But it's also to go into a bigger freight train, a jumbo train. That is correct. You're thinking, Martin, what is a jumbo train? A jumbo train is about 40 wagons. That is correct, 40 wagons. So I've got 20 JHA Foster Yeoman wagons, and these would make up the second portion. And all I'm going to say to you is they are like Skittles. So where did I get these wagons from? So I ordered these wagons sometime in the middle of last year. I can't even remember when I ordered them. So 4 come from Rail of Sheffield, 4 come from Kernow Models. They were a special edition through Kernow Models, this particular livery that I have, and 4 from Cappgh Model World. So it must give you a bit of a clue. And believe it or not, I think they're completely and utterly sold out, and this is batch 2. So I am hoping they're going to do a third batch because I'm getting the itch to, one, finish this train off, and secondly, maybe have 24 DB red ones, but that's another story. So, but before I show you, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, and viewed the videos, and also if you left a comment, I will get back to you very, very soon. Going on the comments thing, I have found that when I reply back to people who have left comments, I found that their channel or their account doesn't come up in my comment to notify you that I've replied back to you. So I always say that if I've liked and loved the comment, it means I've replied back. So don't think I'm ignoring you, because I don't do that. Well, I don't think I have. Obviously, if there's questions in there and things like that, I do try and reply back. So, okay, if I've liked it and loved it, I've replied back. And secondly, wouldn't be the same without a good cup of tea. Cheers. So this mug, you're thinking, Martin, this isn't your usual mug. This was from Rob. Rob, if you don't know who Rob is, basically he was the one who allowed me to buy his 6 EWS TEA Revolution Trains tankers. He also has the 5-inch gauge stuff. So all them shorts that you're seeing with the 08 shunter and the 31 5-inch gauge, they're all his. And he went on holiday and he brought me this mug. So Rob, thank you very much. Right. Let's get to it.
Right, safety first, safety first. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to a bit of cardboard. That is correct, we have some cardboard. No, to the incredible second batch JNA wagons from Revolution Trains.
Right, what do we have? What do we have is an incredible box, actually. It's absolutely stunning, beautifully finished as well. And you also have a lovely picture on the back and a little bit of a very, very brief history. So I have 3 liveries. So I will show you one of each. So this particular one is the stunning, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Touax? I'm sure it's Touax. There you go. Look how beautiful that looks. That is the Touax maroon red. So we got that one. What else do we have? We also have, so the Touax one came through Rail of Sheffield. So that wasn't a special edition. That was, I think any shop could sell it. We also have the incredible, now this was a special edition through Kernow's, the beautiful silver MRL. So MRL is obviously Mendip Rail. VTG wagon. And then we also have, I'm hoping, yes we do, also have a tail lamp, and this is the only one branded in the stunning Cappgh livery with obviously the royal blue. There you go. But you don't want to see these in my hands. You want to see a bit of history, hear the detail, and see them run. So sit back and relax. Believe it or not, the JNA wagon code has been used before. The code first came about in the late 1990s to early 2000s for the bogie box wagons used on stone traffic for Mendip Rail. These wagons were also the first to use the low track force bogies, TF25. 90 of these wagons were built, usually running in rakes of 8, comprising of 2 outer wagons and 6 inners, and these were made by Marcroft Engineering. These are originally known as JNA A's. Next to where the JNA code were wagons made for Network Rail. Over 550 of these wagons were made and were painted in Network Rail yellow. These were all low-sided wagons, meaning they could easily be loaded and unloaded while under the wires, and were made all the way in Romania. There are a few variants of the JNA coded wagons, but the ones that we're here for were made by Astra Rail, and over 1,000 of these high-sided wagons were made and could be seen in almost any part of the country, usually carrying stone from quarries to the various aggregate terminals, to sand, or even ballast. The livery of these wagons is almost endless, from the likes of the maroon-bodied and gold brand in the Touax to the many different shades of blue used. From the likes of the royal blue used on the Cappgh branded wagons to the almost aircraft blue of the standard VTG wagons. And also GBRF have their name printed on the side of some of these wagons in a couple of different shades. We also have greyish wagons, also silver being MRL, which is Mendip Rail, and also, last but not least, if I haven't missed any out, is DB Red wagons. As far as I'm aware, all wagons are still doing what they were built for on the network, and none, as of yet, have been sent for scrap. Well, where do we start with the amazing detail? Let's start with the obvious, the very striking mini rainbow of liveries. All liveries are finished to an incredible standard, with crisp, clean, neat edges, and really do look amazing. Wherever you look on these wagons, you'll see some sort of a data panel, plaque, warning labels, or brandings, and they are all legible. Moving down to the bogies and underframes, and here we see the highly detailed low track force TF25 bogies, with springs, various dampers, brake shoes, radial arms, and other items that all look stunning. Moving in, and this is where things get interesting, as a couple of variants have been modelled, with the Cappgh and MRL wagon undersides looking almost boring compared to the maroon Touax wagon, with the air tank, few more levers, handbrake wheel, brake rigging and cylinders all being present. What wagon review wouldn't be without a wagon weigh-in? These are very, very light. There we go, 90 grams. And also, we need the technical push test. I have to get that out now. For the ones that don't know how to remove the tail lamp, there is a hole in the floor. So you gently put a screwdriver through it, and then the false floor comes out. There you go, there's the circuit board. There we go. So you remove the circuit board and you place the batteries in. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 batteries, and I'm not even too sure which batteries they are that go in there. I am filming this video a little bit early because I had a little bit of a loco failure that is having to be sent back. So I'm halfway through the unboxing on that, so I brought this video forward. So unfortunately, when you see the end part of this, there is no tail lamp that is working, unfortunately, so my apologies. But there you go, that is how you take the tail lamp out. There we go, and that is how you remove the tail lamp. I actually have a little bit of a confession to make. I did see Peter Dixon from Tornedon Road. He had a Cappgh branded, or Cappgh branded wagon with a tail lamp, and he actually replaced the tail lamp. He put springs around the axles of the wheels, and it ended up picking up power from the track as well, and it actually looked really really effective. He also actually got the Cappgh branded Cappgh Class 60, which I may or may not have got as well, so but never mind. So yes, I was a bit of a shout out to him because he actually gave me a shout out on my Cappgh Class 60 fix, so thank you, Peter. Obviously you don't want to hear me waffling on, you want to see this behind a full length train, and this is what you're going to get. So sit back and relax and enjoy this. there we go. What do you think? It's like a packet of Skittles. It really is. With the maroon colours, the silvers, and the royal blue, it just looks absolutely incredible. I did miss out because I was very late to the party, and this is batch 2. Very late to the party of this, and I actually missed out getting some dark blue VTG wagons, but never mind, never mind. I wasn't actually expecting to film this last part of the video today. I was expecting it to do a little bit later on in the week or the month, and that is why you didn't see a battery in the Cappgh branded last wagon. So yeah, so unfortunately that would have had a battery in it if I thought about I was going to film it today. Regarding just other trains quickly, so the class 66507, that is mine. That is an Acura scale. I'm behind a measly 20, that's right, 20 Mark III TEAs, and these are made, if you don't know, by Revolution Trains as well. I do have 7 more to take up to 27, and I also have 5 Cappgh Mark II TEAs to take it up to 32. And you're probably thinking, Martin, why have you got 32 tankers? Well, actually, I do have more than that because I've got about 20 Mark Is, but that's a different story. And basically, they are to sit behind or to be pulled by class 60010D branded, made by Cappgh. And I'll tell you what, that looks absolutely stunning. It really, really does. So that's obviously taking its time going around. Obviously 3722422, that is victorious, and another Acura scale item. Sounds absolutely incredible. So I've done a cold start by initiating F8 and then obviously starting the engine, and when I coupled up to it I initiated F8 again, and that introduced wheel slip, or what it sounded like to be wheel slipping. Obviously it physically wasn't wheel slipping, so yeah, it just absolutely sounded incredible. It did, it really did, sorry. I have seen a video. It was filmed in something like the late 80s, early 90s, and it was a class 37 pulling, not the VTG hopper wagons, but the previous generation to them, ready mix, was it ready mix cement ones? And again, that sounded identical to that. Obviously, that had that was spitting flames and also loads of clag, which obviously I couldn't quite replicate out of that, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest with you. Going back to the wagons, well, are there any left? No, I don't think there is. If they are, there is literally 1 or 2, and if it is, it's usually a tail wagon. They sold out so quickly, it was actually unreal. And this is batch 2 already. So yeah, batch 2. So, I mean, are they going to do a third batch? I would like to think that they are, and I only say that is because, well, one, they sold out so quickly, and obviously, I would like a couple more. I would probably put a couple more into this. Like I say, I missed out on the dark blue VTGs, but also maybe 24 DB Schenker red ones, just possibly. I'm just saying. So yeah, so I'm not too sure if they're going to do a third batch, but I know they are bringing out the HOA. Is it HOA Bs? These little honeys here. So maybe there could be some more buying going on, but they're not due out till next year. So and again, they'll probably be absolutely amazing, like these are. So, but obviously, if there is any out there, I mean, which I really doubt it, snap it up, because honestly they are really incredible wagons. Obviously I've got the Touax ones, the red ones, they were from Rail of Sheffield. The MRLs from Kernow's, because I think that was a special editions through Kernow's. And obviously, as you know, the Cappgh or the Cappgh Royal blue wagons were only through Key Model World. So thank you to everybody there. Like I say, and I did sort of really miss out on this party, which is a bit of a shame, because I definitely missed out on the first one. My brother has got some GBRF JNAs, and I think there's another manufacturer, another liveried JNA, which is the silver ones, and I can't remember who they are, who owns them. Sorry, I'll get my words out very soon. And he did also have some DB branded ones as well. So, but because I wasn't quite ready to buy them off him, I think he has sold them on. So, but never mind. Worth getting. Well, yes, most definitely. Is there any left? No, I don't think there is. So, obviously, I just want to say a massive thank you to my brother for allowing me to run my trains round. Obviously, his links are down below. He doesn't obviously post as much as me because he has a life and I don't. So, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed and viewed the videos. And obviously, if you want to leave a comment, please feel free, because I'll get back to you very soon. And like I say,
say, and like I've been saying in the last couple of videos now, if I've liked it and loved the comment, it usually means I've replied back to you. Don't always go on the basis that it will notify you that I have replied back, because a lot of the time the person who's left the comment, their channel or their account doesn't get left in my comments. So I go on the basis if I've liked your comment and loved it, it usually means I've replied back. So obviously if you've enjoyed the video, consider give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.